time to um but yeah, so to recap, I would always do open houses. Those are always going to be, it's just your time. There's not a whole lot of ad spend there. Market at your open houses, talk to people as they come in and as they leave. Make sure you're getting their information. Make sure that you're putting those leads into your CRM and you're marketing to them. Make sure that every single day you're handing out your business cards, right? Like at least 5 or 10 a day. I mean, every time I see somebody that I think, that person doesn't have my card in their hand, I'm wanting to put a card in their hand. More than likely that card's going to enter their pocket or their purse or their wallet, and it's just going to jumble around there until it ends up being filed in the garbage. But at least they saw it. They saw your face on there. They saw your name. They know who you are. Typically, people don't use business cards a whole lot anymore. Sometimes we get the magnets from Staples that you stick your business card on, and yeah, those are great. People put them on their fridge. Those actually get used because you say, hey, this belongs to your fridge, please put it on there. I've had people call when I'm calling my database and they're like, yep, we're ready, Matt. When we're ready to buy or we're ready to sell, we've got your magnet on the fridge. We remember you from the fair and we see you on Facebook all the time. Keep calling us and we'll call you when we're ready. Simple. Just follow it. Make sure that you're scheduling at least 2 events a year to start with. So one event that you put on, and then one event where people come to you. My example is we put on that Easter egg hunt every year, and we do the county fair. So between those 2 events, we get probably 700 leads. From those 700 leads, I mean, just statistically, you're going to get probably 7 sales, right? More if you follow up with them a lot. And you need to remember that this is a numbers business. The more that you have in your database, the more opportunities you have to have somebody that's ready to buy or sell. So if you only have 53 people in your database, well, sorry to say that's not enough. You need more. You need to do more open houses. You need to be more places, have more conversations, right? Realistically, anybody that you have their first, last name, email address, and phone number. So go through your phone. Who do you know in there that you have all the information? Who do you know well enough to ask for it? Everybody that you're friends with on Facebook, send out the message and send it out through Messenger individually. That one, because it's more of a task, it's more of a chore. Set a date on your calendar throughout the week to sit down for an hour and send them individually. Do not do a mass text or messenger, whatever. But if you or someone you knew were going to buy or sell in the next 6 months, would you give them my information? Just like that, and push send. And sure, some people are going to say, no, why would I, give your information out? I don't even know you. Okay. That's a red flag for me. I'm like, that person's going to know me by the end of this month because I'm going to market a lot towards what they're looking at. Right. Another thing is I tell people to call around a lot, right? To make sure that you're following up with your database. That's simple. You have their first, last name, email address, and phone number. But what about your neighbors? what about people that hello, Mindy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
Good, thank you. Sorry, I'm a little bit late.
No, it's all good. It's all good. So we have you and then someone, I think her name's Carolyn, is on here, but
Oh, yeah.
I think it might be her AI taking notes.
Oh,
So
yeah, it looks like Carolyn's is her note taker.
yeah. So I like to do these once a week, you know, on Mondays at 2. It'll always be with this link. So uh I like to get the word out. Are you with EXP? Who are you with?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm with EXP and I'm in Central Indiana.
Central Indiana. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we're out here in
Yeah.
California.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I wasn't sure where you were from.
Yeah. So
Cool.
are you in the Honey Badger network?
I am. I'm on Honey Badgers through GoGo, Bethke, and
Right.
Curtis Shewell and all those guys.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So
There you are.
yeah. Sorry, I was running through the living room and I had my dogs barking and you know how
No,
it
I
goes.
get it. I get it. I absolutely do. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I like to do these. I like to stay unmuted as much as we can because
Yeah.
you know, I'm trying to get people through hard time in real estate, right? Like
Mhm.
uh Janelle and I, my wife and I are a husband-wife team, and we've been very fortunate to have all the support we needed once we came over to EXP, right? And
Yeah.
so this is how I'm trying to help people as much as possible. So
I
today I
appreciate
want to
it.
talk about prospecting the sellers or for sellers, right?
Yeah.
And I see are you a broker?
Yes. In
So
Indiana, we're all brokers.
oh, you're all brokers?
Yep.
That's
Everybody's a
that's cool.
broker here. Yeah. It's
All
cool.
right.
Yeah, and
So
I'm building.
how long have you been in real estate?
So I've had my license for 3 years. Been
Mhm.
with the X for one. Before that, I was director of marketing for a whole real estate team.
Oh, cool.
So I've been in the business for around 11, 12 years, something like that.
Awesome. Awesome. So one thing that I do and I live by now for sellers, like really prospecting in general, is
Hmm.
building and following up with my database, right? When when I first started, it was tough, right? Because you do the open houses and sure you're gonna get some good leads trickling in. Uh, but I didn't know what to say at these open houses, right? And so
Yeah.
it took a long time for me. I've been in real estate 7 years, and it took a while, right? Like you get beat up and until you realize that that neighbor that came over didn't just come over to see what Tom and Nancy's uh living situation was, right? They're
Yeah.
they're
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 cozy.
interested for some reason, right?
Hmm.
And if they own the house next door or across the street and they're asking you how much this house is, they're obviously fishing for some information to sell a house.
Sure.
Get get their first, last name, email address, phone number, get them into your CRM and start following up with them immediately. I cannot stress how important it is to follow up with people immediately. The heuristic is if they're coming from internet, right? Uh, within the first 4 minutes of them hopping into your CRM, you should be on the phone, texting or calling them. So
Okay.
that's quick. And sometimes, you know, it's late at night. Sometimes it's early morning. You got to set up some system to do that. So
Mhm.
what I do is here, let me hold on. It
Yeah.
just said we have about 10 minutes. I don't have the upgraded system yet, so
Okay.
I'm
That's
just
fine.
gonna I'm just gonna go through it quick, okay?
Yeah, cool. Yeah, like I said, I was here late, so
Yep.
if I need to come another day, that's okay too.
Every Monday at 2. But
Okay.
yeah, so following up with my database, I call people every single day, right? You want to call at least 30 people a day. Um,
Wow.
they'll be, and don't worry if they're buyers or sellers.
Yeah, I mean, it
Follow
could
up
just
with them.
confirm.
When I first call, first thing I say is, "Hey, this is Matt Moreno with the Moreno Real Estate Team. How are you today?" And
Mhm.
then I shut up, and they always say, "Oh, I'm great. How are you?" Or though, if they're really not great, they'll let you know, like, "This is a horrible time for me." Okay, what's a better time for me to call you today? 5 o'clock. Okay, now you better call them at 5, or they're not gonna know, like, and trust you anymore, right? But
Mhm.
if they're having a great day and we're all skipping through rainbows, then I'm like, "This is Matt Moreno with the Moreno Real Estate Team. I'm just calling to follow up with everybody in my database just to try to bring some value today. Do you have any market or real estate related questions for me?"
Oh,
And if they're looking to buy or sell a house, they're going to say, I am ready to buy. Great. Let me get you on a 3-way text with my lender and introduce you to them so you guys can get the ball rolling on getting the pre-approval done. And then, so if they're buying, I get them on that 3-way text with our preferred lender, and
mhm.
he ends up, that's now they're off to him. And every time I follow up, it's just to see how they're doing, see how the process is going, if they have a house to sell or if they're first time home buyers, right? Because you're either a first time home buyer or you have a house to sell. That's,
Mhm.
if you're living in a house that you own, you have a house to sell.
Mhm.
If you have a lot of equity, interest rate doesn't seem as bad when you're cashing out at $100,000, right?
Yeah.
So it's something else to look at. How long have people lived in the house? And how much equity. I always have that conversation. But another thing I do is Janelle and I do one event a year we put on. It's a neighborhood Easter egg hunt
Oh,
down
cute.
at down at one of our neighborhood parks, right? And we get vendors, and when I say we, I mean she puts this whole thing on. I just show up and I'm the dude
Yeah.
that is just
The
standing there
gopher.
awkwardly.
How do you
Right.
do?
Yeah. And so she gets like a bunch of vendors and they all pay $20 and they all have to give a something for the raffle, because the raffle's the top of the funnel, right? That's where I'm going to get your information from. And so everybody has to sign up for the raffle when they come because they're humans and it's a free raffle, right? And so they come up, they have to enter their, on the little tag, you have to enter your first, last name, email address, and phone number, and you put it into the jar. And with the Easter egg hunt, make sure that you do the raffle in person in front of those people, right? You want to
Uh-huh.
show up. Don't show up with 500 eggs. Show up with like couple thousand eggs for those kids to,
Mm.
because if you market right, which basically with an Easter egg hunt, you put it on Facebook, people will show up,
Mhm.
guaranteed. If you have vendors and it's a free Easter egg thing for their kids to go run around,
Mhm.
they're showing
Mhm.
up. She does like games for them and little activities. It's fun. And then
Cute.
yeah, and so we usually get, like, I think we got 500 leads from that last year. And then we do the,
What?
yeah, and they all know, like, and trust you already because you just gave their kids like free stuff. And
Yeah.
then but with that one, yeah, do the raffle in person. That way it's instant gratification when you call those people the next week or so. They're
Mhm.
gonna remember you. They're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, you're that guy from the Easter egg thing." I'm like, "Yeah,
Ah,
exactly. I just love your kids and I love you guys and I want to help you out." And that, it changes the game with the conversation, right? And
yeah.
then we do the county fair all in. I think we spend $1,200 on that. Okay.
Nice. Mhm.
And people are coming to you because it's the whole community and outskirts, right? Anybody that is within like probably 45 minutes of that fair are coming to it. And
Mhm.
so we have a booth there. It's set up, it looks nice. It has, our big logo behind us. Don't do like a tarp, do
Yeah, what do you use?
something like this.
Oh,
This is like a canvas
okay.
board with our logo and our name.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that goes
Yeah,
behind it.
half off day at Canva or whatever.
Yeah,
Canvas half off.
exactly. It's that's exactly where we got it. And
Cool.
that way it looks nice because if there's another real estate agent there and they have like a tarp
Nothing.
or whatever with
Yeah.
or nothing, you're
Yeah.
gonna stand out with that. You're gonna
Yeah.
stand out with that, and then you're gonna pay part of the raffle. You're paying for this one. But we
Mhm.
do, since it's during the summer, we do like buy a cooler and then a couple of like foldable chairs and some towels and one of those like ring toss lawn not lawn darts,
Mhm.
those not this anymore, but
Yeah.
like the lawn games, something cheap that people love, and you set it all up on a table with free raffle, boom, with your jar in front of it, and people are
Nice.
filling out those slips just nonstop, giving you. We got
Ah.
700 leads last year from
Do you
that.
brand, do you brand the merchandise like your cooler? Do you get that like branded
We
or?
haven't yet. We just go down to Walmart because we want to spend the least amount of money humanly possible. What we
Yeah.
do is we go to Staples and get this little box of adhesive magnets. And
Nice.
so they're shaped just like your business card, and you stick your business card to the magnet. And then every single person that you talk to, you
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that they understand you're going to call them. Make sure
Okay.
they understand what time it is. Like
Yeah.
they're not just entering a raffle. They're at the fair, and
Here's what
there's a
this is
reason I
what
just
time.
asked you for your information, right? And
Cool.
so
Yeah.
with
I'm gonna
us,
reach out and check you.
huh? What's
Yeah,
that?
you just kind of let them know what time it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna reach out and check on you.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Cool.
I always tell them, hey, I'm going to be calling you, we're calling everybody on Monday for the winner of this thing. If you don't get a call on Monday from me, then I'll call you later in the week just to see how you're doing. Here's a magnet that belongs on your fridge. That's where it lives. And if you could just do me a favor and take this home and help it get back to its fridge, I'd really appreciate it. And that way you can give me a call or text me anytime you have any questions. Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we do
Cool.
those two and we get tons of people. I'm trying to get people off Zillow, off paying all
Yeah.
for these leads because there's no reason to, right?
Right.
There's
Yeah.
absolutely no reason to be paying a third party source for leads when they're just all right there. Has anybody told you about the messenger message that you text out?
No.
So I've got, let's see, 1.5 minutes here. So
Yep. Yep.
uh
So Facebook
every
Messenger.
set one day a week, let's just call it Tuesdays for an hour. Get
Okay.
into your Facebook database, right?
Oh,
That's
right.
everybody
Kind
that's
of be
go
like,
into Messenger and
uh-huh.
send out, if you or someone you knew were going to buy or sell in the next 6 months, would you give them my information? Just that
Oh,
exact verbiage. And
okay.
you'll get a lot of no's at first. You get a lot of like, why? I don't know you.
Yeah.
But it's called shaking the trees. At some point, some fruit's going to fall out of there. And yep, exactly. Someone's going to be like, yeah, I
Well,
do want to sell a house.
yeah.
So
Okay. Yeah.
give that a shot. And just so you have my information,
Yeah.
yeah, Matt Moreno.
Yeah. Let's connect. And your lovely better half is Janelle.
Yep.
Yes.
And my phone number is 530
Okay.
216
Mhm.
6716.
Awesome.
Go
All
ahead and
right.
text me your card.
Okay. I will. I
Okay.
will.
And I'll text
Okay.
you ours. And
Yeah.
every Monday at 2, I do
Okay.
these.
All
So
right. It's 5 for me because I'm over here on